Hey friends, what if I told you that you could spend an hour in the kitchen and have your lunches or dinners ready for the next few days? Would you do it? In this video, I'm going to show you how to make 20 crispy plant-based black bean quesadillas that are packed with flavor, very nutritious, high in protein, and very handy, easy to freeze and reheat. So lunches or dinners are done and you just reheat them quickly in the air fryer or in the microwave. And voila, your dinner's done. Just chop up some fresh veg on the side and you're good. Or have a bowl of soup with it. All done. Let's get to it. For this recipe, we're going to need 2 tablespoons of oil. I already put it here in the frying pan, this pan. We're going to need 10 chopped cloves of garlic. We're going to need 1 bunch of cilantro, chopped. This goes at the end. This goes during the cooking time. I just have to chop it. And we're going to need some cheese. We're going to need about 400 grams of cheese. You can do half cheddar, half mozzarella. And we're going to need a package of taco seasoning. I go with reduced sodium one for my health reasons, especially for people with high blood pressure. It's important to have less salt in their diet. No salt added black beans. There is 3 cans of them in this dish and they're rinsed. This is 1 big jar of enchilada sauce, 800 grams. I didn't have enchilada sauce, so I shouldn't say this is. This should be, but I didn't have it. So I had a jar of hot salsa, 650 grams. So I put it in a blender and blended it, and I added half a tomato to come up to 800 grams. So that's going to be my sauce. I've got 400 grams of cheese. I'm using Daya dairy-free cheese. One is a bag of Mexican blend shreds, and this is a bag of mozzarella. And then I will be using 2 kinds of tortillas because I made a couple days ago. I made this recipe with these white corn tortillas, and the ingredients in it are just stone ground white corn flour, water, salt, and that's it. And then these ones here are store-bought, and the ingredients are yellow corn, flour, water, some other ingredients, and so yeah, I want to see how they fare with these ones. So let's get to it. I'm going to turn on the stove. And I'm going to add the garlic to it. Takes a moment for the stove to warm up. So I have everything prepared, so I don't have to do anything while we're cooking. Once I have them filled, in the end, I will be, what do you call that in English? 1 second. Brushing them with a little brush on each side with a little bit of oil and cooking them on the griddle to make them crispy. And then they will be wrapped in foil individually and frozen and put in a Ziploc bag in the freezer. And then when I want them for lunch, I would take out 2 and have them with a salad or a bowl of soup or whatever as a side that's veggie, steamed veg, just simple, right? You keep it simple. It's easier on your body. The garlic started cooking. It won't take a long time. And we're going to add stems. All right. We're going to add sauce. Nutritional yeast. This is 2.5 tablespoons. I forgot to mention that. 2.5 tablespoons. And then the package of taco seasoning. Watch it not. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was going to say, watch me not being able to open this. And then we're going to turn the heat down and we're going to let it simmer. Actually, before we do that, we're going to add the beans. 3 cans of, they are 19 ounces. When you rinse them, 3 cans comes to a kilogram of black beans. We're gonna let this cook on medium heat for about 20 minutes or so. Oh, this is looking good. All right, so what we're gonna do, turn off the heat. I'm gonna take this out. I'm gonna take the potato masher and we're going to mash this directly into the dish so that some of the beans are mashed, but there's still some texture. We're going to add the cilantro. And some people don't like cilantro. You can skip this if you don't like cilantro at all. We're kind of divided in this house, so I kind of sneak it in every time I get a chance. Heat from the beans will cook the greens. So there's no need to cook the leaves. And that way you get more flavor. And if you're skipping, then ignore this section. Okay, and then we're gonna add all this cheese. And we're gonna mix it well so it melts. We're gonna let it sit, let it cool off, and in the meantime, I'm going to spread out the tortillas and prepare the griddle. Here we are. I'm going to be scooping 1 scoop of this with my spatula. I'm gonna put it right there. So that's 10. And I'm going to turn the griddle on to 250, 275. Okay. And what we're going to do is spread this on 1/2. We're going to leave a little bit on the edges because once we close the wrap or tortilla, sorry, it'll push some of this. And some of them will crack, so don't worry about it. If they crack right here, that's fine. They'll be fine. See, this one was the cracked one, so I'm not going to flip this one over. Now I'm using a griddle. If you don't have a griddle, you can, at this point, you can individually wrap them with foil and put them in the freezer. And then when you defrost them later, you can just brown them on the frying pan. I'm going to brush my griddle instead of brushing every single taco. Okay, and I'm going to see how they cracked, but that's fine. I was hoping that these tortillas won't crack like the white ones did, but that's okay. They're as tasty as always. I'm going to move these ones over here. Kind of looks messy, but that's okay. And that's what the cleaning rags are for. All right. I use my hands a lot while I'm cooking. If this is too hot for you, then you would need to use 2 tools, I guess, to flip them, 2 forks or whatever, right? I have this lovely spatula, so I'm using that. These ones look like they're almost done, so it might be smart to cool them off first. This bag of these white ones is $4.29 at Walmart, and there's 14 tortillas in it. These ones were $3.29, and there was only 10. But they're also yellow corn, they're not white corn, and they have a few extra ingredients. These ones are just water, salt, and corn flour. So, all right, and they're not very pliable. So what I do is I nuke them 11 seconds or 10 seconds to warm them up, 2 at a time. I don't know why they're so flaky. That's interesting. Never used them before, so lesson learned. I might stick with just the white ones from now on. So 2 at a time, right? That's what we're doing. And this is the last 2. So that gives us a grand total of 24. Wow, okay. Today, this batch made 24. But I'm wondering if I get the wheat tortillas, these would be bigger when you fold them. And because it's wheat, it will be easier to fold. They won't crack. But these are better for you. So I'm sticking with better for you. And how I'm going to wrap them is this. Take one at a time, put it here. Nothing special. Fold, fold. Put it in, fold, 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 and fold. Excellent. So we let them cool off completely, like the other ones, and then we'll wrap them. And that makes 24 yummy, yummy quesadillas that will make 6 meals for 2 of us, which is fantastic. Anyways, if I didn't fry them on the griddle tonight, every single one, this work would be cut in half, really. And you could get away with probably 45 minutes or half an hour to do this. The longest part for this is cooking the sauce, the filling. And if you don't do this part, then it's really fast and you just fry them up before you eat them. Really, it's that simple. All right, eat well. And if you liked what we did here today, subscribe, click like, and I'll see you in my next video. Love you all.